Hello there. Welcome to the Sleepy Academy. I'm truly glad you're here tonight. In this quiet little corner of the universe, everything begins to slow down. The worries of your day loosen their grip, the noise softens, and the world outside fades gently into the background. Here, our purpose is simple: to help you rest, to help you breathe, and to guide you toward deeper, more peaceful sleep. Wherever you are, lying in bed, resting on the couch, or simply taking a moment for yourself, allow this to be your sanctuary. No pressure, no expectations, only calm, comfort, and the soft sound of my voice guiding you gently inward. Tonight, we begin a journey into quantum sleep, a place where the mysteries of the universe meet the softness of dreams, where tiny particles dance in silence, where time slows down, and where your mind can drift freely between thought and tranquility. Some of what we explore may shift the way you feel about reality. Other moments may simply brush past you like a feather, light, soothing, effortless. Everything here is designed to help you unwind, to quiet your mind, and to guide you gently toward deep, restorative rest. If you'd like more videos like this, feel free to like and subscribe. It helps other sleepy souls find their way here, just like you did. But for now, settle in. Loosen your shoulders, soften your breath, let your thoughts drift like dust floating in a warm, quiet beam of moonlight. And together, let's begin this slow, calming journey into the world of quantum sleep. The Quantum Lullaby, Part 1. The Arrival and the Warmth of the Ember. I know the journey hasn't always been easy. I know the roads you traveled to get here, the roads of your day, the highways of your thoughts, were busy and loud. But you have arrived now. You have reached the sanctuary. Come in out of the cold. Come in out of the noise. Leave the day on the doorstep. Do you see that heavy wooden door? It is made of ancient oak, solid and thick. It has protected this place for centuries. Go ahead and push it closed behind you. Can you hear that? The latch has clicked shut. That sound is a signal. It is a message to your nervous system. It says that the world outside has paused. The demands, the emails, the conversations, the traffic, the ticking clocks, they are all on the other side of that door. They cannot get in. They cannot touch you here. In here, the air is still. In here, time moves differently. It doesn't march forward in a straight line. It pools like warm honey. Look around the room. It is dim, lit only by the soft, flickering light of a hearth. The shadows are long and gentle. They dance on the walls, slow and rhythmic. Find your favorite spot. You know the one. Maybe it is that large velvet armchair by the fire, the one that looks like it has been waiting just for you. The fabric is crushed velvet, deep crimson, soft to the touch. Or perhaps you prefer to lie down on the thick Persian rug, feeling the solidity of the floor beneath you. Wherever you choose to be, just let your body sink down. Let gravity take you. Do not hold yourself up anymore. You have been holding yourself up all day. You have been holding your head up, holding your posture, holding your composure. Let it all go. Let us take a moment to simply arrive. Just because your body is here doesn't mean you are here yet. Parts of you might still be racing, so let's gather ourselves. Take a deep, slow breath in. Imagine you are breathing in the quiet of this room. Feel your chest rise, expanding, rising like a slow tide coming in under the moonlight. Hold it for a gentle moment, and now let it out. A long, slow, gentle sigh, letting the tide go back out to sea. Do that again. Breathe in, filling the lungs with warmth, and breathe out, releasing the tension in your shoulders. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Let them fall, lower and lower. Unclench your jaw. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Let your hands rest loosely, open and empty. Your hands have carried enough today. Let them be empty now. Tonight, my friend, we are not here to study for a test. We are not here to sharpen our minds. We are not here to memorize equations or stress over numbers. If you hear a word you don't understand, let it drift by. If you hear a concept that seems complex, let it wash over you like music. We are here to drift. We are here to float through the strange and beautiful dream that lies beneath the fabric of our universe. We are going to explore the quantum world, but not with our logical brains. We are going to explore it with our dreaming minds. So, tuck yourself in. Pull the blanket up to your chin. Feel the weight of the fabric. Feel the warmth creating a cocoon around you. Close your eyes. Let us begin our journey into the quiet mystery of the quantum world. Imagine, if you will, a room from a long time ago. We are traveling back in time, back through the decades. The noise of the modern world is fading away. The cars disappear. The screens go dark. The electric hum silences. We find ourselves in the year 1900. It is a simpler time, a quieter time. It is a time of gas lamps casting yellow pools on wet cobblestones. It is a time of silence in the streets. In this room, there is a fireplace, much like the one in our sleepy academy. I want you to look closely at it. Don't look at the flames. They are too bright, too active. Look down into the heart of the fire. Look at the coals. Look at the embers glowing in the hearth. Watch them. They are hypnotic. They are alive. See how the color changes? Look at the deepest part of the ember. It is a dark, rich red, the color of a garnet stone. As you watch, it shifts. It breathes. It turns into a soft, warming orange. And then, in the very hottest parts, where the energy is most intense, it glows a bright, piercing white. For centuries, for thousands of years, humans have stared at fires just like this. We sat in caves, we sat in castles, we sat in cottages, staring at the glow. It was beautiful. It was comforting. But scientifically, it was a riddle. It was a secret the universe was keeping from us. You see, the old laws of the world, the laws of the big things, the laws of steam engines and cannonballs, said that this fire shouldn't be possible. The old math said that as the fire got hotter, the energy should spiral out of control. It predicted that the light should get brighter and bluer and more intense until it became infinite. Infinite energy. Wild, destructive, impossible energy. If the old laws were right, every time you lit a fireplace, you would be blinded by a blast of ultraviolet light. This was called the ultraviolet catastrophe. But look at the fire. Is it catastrophic? No. Nature. Nature is gentle. Nature is kind. Nature does not spiral into infinity. Look at how soft the light is. Look at how it warms your skin without burning. The universe has a safety mechanism. It has a limit. A man named Max Planck looked at this fire. He was a German physicist. Imagine him. He was a quiet man, a careful thinker. He wore a suit and small spectacles. He loved music. He played the piano. He understood harmony. Max Planck looked at the glow of the embers, and he thought, the math is wrong. The universe is not a smooth, continuous slide. He closed his eyes, just like you are doing now, and he imagined that the heat coming from the fire wasn't flowing like a continuous stream of water. It wasn't a fire hose of energy that could grow forever. Instead, he imagined it like rain, like tiny, distinct raindrops falling on a roof, like tiny, separate packets. He called these tiny drops quanta. Think of that word, quanta. It sounds small, doesn't it? It sounds precise. Think of these quanta as small, cozy packets of energy, like pennies in a jar, like grains of sand on a soft, white beach, like the individual beats of your heart. When you look at a pile of sand from a distance, it looks smooth. It looks like one solid thing. But when you get close, when you run your fingers through it, you feel the grains. You feel the individual pieces. Max Planck realized that energy is like sand. It is grainy. By seeing the energy as these tiny individual packets, the math settled down. The equation stopped screaming. The infinite chaos vanished. It was replaced by a smooth, predictable, comforting glow. Planck didn't know it then, but he had just opened a door to a new world. A world that is not hard and rigid. A world where everything is grainy, pixelated, and soft at the edges. Just breathe in that warmth now. Imagine the heat from the embers traveling across the room. It travels in packets, tiny gifts of warmth. One packet touches your cheek. One packet touches your hand. One packet touches your eyelids. The universe is not a hard, continuous block. It is made of tiny, shimmering gifts of energy. It is soft. It is distinct. It is manageable. You don't have to deal with the whole infinite universe tonight. You just have to deal with one quantum of time. 1 second, then another, then another. Just tiny drops of time. Now, let's drift. Let's drift away from the fireplace. The embers are fading. The room is getting darker. We drift through the night and into a dream of morning. Imagine a window. It is an old window with wavy glass. Outside there is a garden, green and quiet. Imagine that a single beam of sunlight is pouring through the glass. It cuts through the air like a golden road. It lands on the wooden floor, warming the timber. For a long time, humanity looked at that light and thought we knew what it was. We thought light was just a wave, like a ripple in a pond. Imagine a pond. Imagine dropping a stone into the water. See the ripples spreading out? Smooth, unbroken, expanding. We thought light was exactly like that, a continuous wave of energy washing over the world. But then, the year changed to 1905, and a young man, a patent clerk named Albert Einstein, looked closer at the light. He wasn't famous yet. He was just a curious man who spent his days thinking about the universe while he stamped papers. He looked at the light, and he saw something granular. He imagined that the beam of sunlight wasn't just a wave. He saw it as a stream of tiny particles, little bundles of light. Later, we would give them a beautiful name. Photons. Say it in your mind. Photon. It sounds light. It sounds airy. Imagine you are standing outside in a gentle, warm summer rain. You are safe. You are not cold. You turn your face up to the sky. You feel the rain. You feel each individual drop tap against your skin. Tap, tap, tap. Einstein suggested light is like that rain. It isn't a fire hose. It is a shower of golden drops. He said that if these drops, the photons, are heavy enough, they can nudge things. They can knock on the door of matter. They can knock tiny electrons loose from metal, like pebbles knocking autumn leaves off a branch. Imagine a leaf falling, drifting down, slow, zigzagging in the air. That is the gentleness of the photon. But here is the strange, sleepy part. This is where the dream logic begins. We asked nature, is light a particle, like a marble? And nature said, yes. Then we asked nature, is light a wave, like a ripple? And nature said, yes. Light is not just a particle, and it is not just a wave. It is both. How can it be both? Imagine a shapeshifter. Imagine a cloud in the sky. When you look at it one way, it looks like a ship sailing. When you look at it another way, it looks like a sleeping cat. It is the same cloud. It changes depending on how you see it. Light flows like water when you aren't looking. It spreads out. It fills the room. It bends around corners. But when you look closely, when you catch it, it stands still like a stone. It becomes solid. This is the duality of our world, and this is a lesson for you as you lie here in the dark. Nothing is forced to be just one thing. You do not have to be just one thing. In your day, you are a worker. You are a parent. You are a friend. You have a name. You have a title. You are solid. You are a particle. But now, in the dark, you can be a wave. You can flow. You don't have to be solid anymore. You don't have to be defined. You can be awake and asleep at the same time. You can be here in this room and drifting away to a beach in your mind. You can be fluid. You can be solid. Let that idea soothe you. The universe allows you to be many things. Tonight, choose to be the wave. Choose to spread out. Feel the boundaries of your body softening. Where do your feet end and the blanket begin? It's hard to tell. Where does your head end and the pillow begin? It blurs. You are rippling out into the room. Soft, golden, dual. Let us walk deeper into the Sleepy Academy grounds. We leave the house. We step out the back door into the cool night air. The grass is soft beneath our feet. We walk toward a garden. In the center of the garden there is a pond, a dark, still pond. The water is glassy and perfect. It reflects the moon. It reflects the stars. It is so still that it looks like a sheet of black ice. We are going to play a game with the universe, a slow, quiet game. Imagine there is a barrier in the water, a wall, and in this wall there are two small openings, two slits. If we were to stand on the edge of the pond and throw handfuls of sand through those slits, what would happen? Imagine the sand flying through the air. The grains that make it through the left slit would land in a pile on the left. The grains that make it through the right slit would land in a pile on the right. Two neat piles. Simple, logical, predictable. This is how the world works for big things. Things make sense. But the quantum world is a dream world. The quantum world does not follow our rules. When we send the smallest pieces of matter, electrons, through those slits, they don't land in two piles. Imagine firing tiny marbles through the holes. Instead of two piles, they land in a pattern of stripes. Many, many stripes. A band of electrons here, a space. A band there, a space, another band. This is called an interference pattern. It is what happens when waves crash into each other. Imagine throwing two rocks into the pond at the same time. The ripples spread out, circles expanding, and then the circles meet. Where a crest meets a crest, the water goes higher. Where a trough meets a trough, the water goes deeper. Where a high point meets a low point, they cancel each other out and the water goes flat. High, low, flat, high, low. Stripes. But wait, we aren't throwing rocks. We are throwing particles, matter, the stuff you are made of. And here's the mystery that makes the mind go quiet. We send them through one by one. Imagine a single electron floating toward the slits. It is all alone. There is no other electron to bump into. There is no one to interfere with. It is a solo traveler in the dark. And yet, when it hits the wall at the back, it lands in a stripe. It behaves like a wave. How? It is as if the single electron becomes a ghost. As it approaches the two doors, it stops being a solid point. It dissolves into a cloud of probability. It drifts through the left slit, and it drifts through the right slit at the exact same time. It explores both paths. It is in two places at once. It ripples through the universe, tasting every possibility. It interferes with itself. It dances with its own ghost. Only when it lands on the screen at the back does it decide to be a particle again. Only at the very end of the journey does it become solid. But here's the part that will help you sleep. If we try to peek, if we try to catch it, if we put a detector there to see which door did you go through, the magic stops. The electron gets shy. The moment we watch it, it stops acting like a wave. It snaps back into a solid little ball and goes through just one hole. The stripes disappear. The universe knows when you are watching, when you are hypervigilant, when you are watching the clock, when you are monitoring your thoughts. The world is hard. It is rigid. But when you close your eyes, when you stop watching, when you stop measuring, the world blurs. The hard edges dissolve into soft waves of possibility. You are the electron. All day, people have been watching you. You have been watching yourself. You have been solid. You have been forcing yourself through one door at a time. But now, the lights are off. No one is watching. You don't have to be solid. You don't have to choose a path. You can flow through all the doors at once. You can ripple. So, keep your eyes closed now. Let the world blur. Let the bedroom dissolve. Let the bed dissolve. You are safe in the uncertainty. You are floating in the wave. You are everywhere and nowhere, drifting, rippling, sleeping. Part 2. The Misty Forest and the Cat Who Wasn't There. We leave the pond behind us now. The ripples we made have settled. The water has returned to glass. The reflection of the moon is still once more. Come with me. Turn away from the house. Turn away from the firelight in the window. We are going to walk further into the grounds of the Sleepy Academy. We are moving toward the trees. Do not worry. It is not dark here. It is not a scary darkness. It is the soft, comforting blue of twilight. It is that time of evening when the hard edges of the world begin to soften and colors blend into shadows. The air here is different. Can you feel it? It is cooler, crisper. It smells of fresh pine needles and damp, rich earth. It smells of ancient things, roots, moss, rain that fell 100 years ago. Look down at your feet. We are stepping off the grass and onto the forest floor. Can you feel the moss beneath you? It is thick and green. It is incredibly soft. It feels like a memory foam made of velvet. With every step you take, your foot sinks slightly into this green carpet. Sink, step, sink. You feel grounded. You feel heavy. You feel relaxed. The moss holds you. It cushions you. It silences your footsteps. There is no sound here, just the quiet rhythm of your own breathing. We are entering the forest of waves. This is a special place. This is where the physicist Erwin Schrödinger walked in his mind. He was a thinker who tried to map the mystery. Think about the world we just left, the classical world, the world of ticking clocks, falling apples, and steam engines. In that world, things are solid. A tree is a tree. A rock is a rock. They have hard, defined edges. You can point to a rock and say, "It is here. It is exactly at coordinate X and coordinate Y." You can trace its outline with a pen. It stops here, and the air begins there. Certainty, solidity. But in this forest, in the quantum forest, nothing has a hard edge. Look at the trees around you. Look closely at the bark. Look at the leaves. Do they look blurry? Do they look like a watercolor painting that hasn't quite dried yet? The edges are bleeding into the blue air. The trunks seem to shimmer. Erwin Schrödinger wrote an equation. It is perhaps the most famous equation in this forest. It is a beautiful, complex line of symbols. But tonight, we don't see the math. We don't see the Greek letters or the calculus. We see what the math represents. It acts like a map for this forest, but it doesn't map solid objects. It maps clouds. Imagine an electron. In school or on television, we are often shown the electron as a tiny marble, a little red dot spinning and buzzing around the center of an atom like a frantic planet. Buzzing, fast, hard. But Schrödinger discovered something profound. He discovered that before we look at it, before we measure it, the electron is not a marble at all. It is a cloud. It is a wave function. Picture a mist hovering over the forest floor right now. See it glowing faintly in the twilight. It is thick in some places, swirling and dense. It is thin in other places, wispy and transparent. This mist is the electron. If you were to ask the universe, "Where is the electron right now?" the forest would whisper back to you. It would say, "It is mostly here, but it is also a little bit there, and a tiny bit over there." It is not in one place. It is a smear of possibility. It is a ghost of maybe. Just breathe that in. Breathe in the relief of maybe. Think about your waking life. In your waking life, you are constantly forced to be certain. You have to be on time. You have to be right. You have to decide yes or no. You have to be at this location, at this hour. It is so much pressure. The pressure of being a particle. The pressure of being a solid point. But here, in the mist, here you don't have to be anything specific. You can be a cloud. You can be a mist. You can be spread out over the soft earth, resting in all places at once. You are not confined to a single point in space. You are not confined to a single worry. You are vast. You are waving. You are flowing. Schrödinger's equation describes how this mist moves. It ripples through time. It flows like a slow, lazy river of probability. It doesn't tell us what will happen. The universe is too shy for that. It tells us what could happen. And isn't that a lovely thought? The universe is made of potential. Before the moment strikes, anything is possible. The future is not a hard brick wall that you are running into. It is a soft fog, waiting for you to walk through it. So let yourself dissolve a little, right now, in your bed. Let the edges of your body feel less solid. Imagine your hands are made of mist. Imagine your feet are dissolving into clouds. Imagine your thoughts are just ripples in the blue twilight. There is no pressure to be solid. Just flow. We walk deeper into the woods, feeling lighter, feeling mistier. We come to a clearing. The trees part to reveal a circle of soft grass. In the center of the clearing, we find a box. It is not a scientific metal contraption. It is a simple, beautiful wooden box. It is made of cedar. You can smell it from here, that warm, woody, spicy scent of cedar chests and old books. It looks inviting. It looks like a place where one could curl up and hibernate for a century. This is the home of the most famous animal in physics, Schrödinger's cat. Now, listen closely. You may have heard this story told in a scary way. People talk of poison. People talk of danger. But this is the Sleepy Academy. Here, there is no poison. Here, there is no danger. Here, there is only sleep. Let us reimagine the experiment. Let us heal the story. Imagine that inside this warm cedar box, the cat is in a state of deep, deep rest. It is comfortable. It is safe. But because the box is closed, and because the quantum rules are in play, the cat is not just sleeping. It exists in a superposition. That is a big word, isn't it? Superposition. But feel it in your mouth. It feels light. It feels layered. It means placed over. One reality placed gently on top of another, like layers of quilts on a winter bed. In one layer of reality, let's call it the blue layer, the cat is asleep. It is dreaming of chasing mice in a field made of stars. Its breathing is slow and rhythmic. Purr in, purr out. It is completely checked out. In the other layer of reality, let's call it the gold layer, the cat is awake. It is stretching its paws. It is kneading the blankets. It is blinking its golden eyes, watching the dust motes dance in a shaft of moonlight. It is present. It is alert. Quantum mechanics tells us something impossible. It tells us that until we open the box, until we walk over and lift the lid to look, both of these truths exist at the exact same time. The cat is both sleeping and awake. It is floating in the space between states. Think about how that feels, to not have to choose. How often in your day do you feel torn? You are pulled in two directions. I should be productive, says one voice in your head. I want to rest, says another voice. I am happy about this, says one part of your heart. I am sad about this, says another. We feel like we have to pick one. We feel like we have to be consistent. But the quantum world says, you can be both. You can be asleep and awake. You can be here and there. You can be strong and you can be tired. You can hold two opposite feelings in your heart, and they are both true. You are vast enough to hold contradictions. The box is the universe's way of holding space for you. It protects the mystery. As long as the lid is closed, as long as you keep your eyes closed, you are everything. You are the whole spectrum. Now, imagine you are the cat. Imagine climbing into that cedar box. The blankets are so thick, so warm. The air is still and smells of wood. You curl up, you tuck your knees to your chest, you close your eyes. Are you asleep? Maybe. Are you awake? Maybe. Does it matter? No. You are simply existing in the and. You are resting in the superposition of the moment. No one is watching you. No one is measuring you. No one is standing over you with a clipboard demanding you pick a state. You are free to just hover in the twilight. This is the heart of the mystery. Reality waits for an observer. The universe is a shy performer. It waits for an audience before it takes its final shape. But when there is no audience, when the lights are off, when the curtains are drawn, it relaxes. It unbuttons its coat. It spreads out. It stops pretending to be solid. Be the universe when no one is watching. Be the unmeasured self. Watch now. Something is moving in the mist. A butterfly appears. Its wings are the color of midnight, deep blue, speckled with tiny white stars. It flutters past your face. You can feel the tiny breeze it makes against your cheek. It is dancing, zigging and zagging through the trees. There was a man named Werner Heisenberg. He was another walker in this forest. He was a thinker who loved the mountains. He loved the silence of high places. He looked at the way particles moved, and he realized something profound about the nature of our reality. He called it the uncertainty principle. It sounds like something to worry about, uncertainty. But Heisenberg realized that nature has a limit to its sharpness. Nature is fuzzy by design. Imagine you want to catch that butterfly. You want to know exactly where it is. You want to pin it down to a single coordinate on the map. So you focus your eyes. You narrow your gaze. You get out your magnifying glass. You pinpoint its location to the millimeter. It is here, you say. But strange magic happens when you do that. The more you focus on where it is, the less you know about where it is going. You lose the information about its speed. You lose its momentum. The movement becomes a blur. The future path becomes a mystery. Now, try the opposite. Relax your eyes. Focus on its speed. Focus on the rhythm of its flight. Watch how fast it glides through the mist. Feel the flow of it. But now, the position becomes fuzzy. It is no longer a single butterfly at a single point. It is a streak of blue light. It is a ribbon of motion painted on the air. You cannot know both. You cannot have it all. The universe forbids it. In our world, the world of schedules and smartphones, we are taught to fear uncertainty. We are obsessed with knowing. We want to know exactly where we are in life. We want to know exactly where we are going. We want the GPS coordinates of our future. We want the 5-year plan. We want the guarantee. But Heisenberg teaches us that uncertainty is not a mistake. It is not a failure of our tools. It is not a failure of your mind. It is the very fabric of the universe. The universe is built on a foundation of, I don't know. And isn't that a relief? Think about it. If the electrons in the atoms of your body were perfectly still, if they were perfectly located, the universe would freeze. It would be rigid. It would be a statue. It would be cold, dead stone. But because they are uncertain, because they wiggle and blur, because they refuse to be pinned down, life is possible. Chemistry is possible. Softness is possible. Uncertainty is what allows the universe to breathe. So let go of the need to know. Right now, lying in the dark, let go of the need to be certain about tomorrow. Let go of the need to pinpoint your destination. You don't need a map tonight. Just be the blur. Be the streak of blue light in the forest. You are moving. You are existing. That is enough. If you try to pin yourself down, you lose the magic of your momentum. If you try to rush to the destination, you lose the magic of your presence. Embrace the fuzziness. Embrace the soft focus. Let your mind become like a camera lens that is gently twisting out of focus. The sharp lines of your worries, let them blur. The hard edges of your to-do list, let them soften into gray shapes. The distinct ticking of the clock, let it melt into a continuous hum. Soft, blurry, peaceful, uncertain. The visual blurs until the screen is just soft, shifting gradients of blue and black. We walk further. Your feet are heavy and relaxed on the moss. The butterfly has flown away, leaving a trail of stardust. Ahead of us, the path is blocked. There is a wall. It is made of old gray stones. They are rough and cold. Ivy climbs up the cracks, thick and tangled. The wall stretches left and right into the mist. It is too high to climb. It looks solid. It looks impenetrable. In the classical world, the world of logic, This is where the journey ends. If you are a ball and you hit a wall, you bounce back. If you do not have the energy to climb over, you are stuck. You must turn back. The barrier is absolute. But we are not in the classical world. We are in the Sleepy Academy, and you are not a ball. You are a wave. You are a quantum object. Watch the light. See that small, glowing orb drifting toward the wall? It is warm and golden, like a firefly the size of a tennis ball. It approaches the wall. It does not have enough energy to jump over. It is moving slowly, lazily. It touches the cold stone. And then, a miracle occurs. It does not bounce off. It does not break. It does not stop. It simply passes through. It slips through the stone like a ghost passing through a curtain. One moment it is on this side. The next moment it is on the other side. It continues its journey, glowing just as brightly. The wall did not stop it. The wall was irrelevant. This is quantum tunneling. It sounds like magic. It sounds like a fairy tale. But it is happening right now, in the real world. It is happening inside the sun. The sun shines because atoms are tunneling. Protons that should repel each other, protons that shouldn't be able to touch, are pushing against barriers they shouldn't be able to cross. They are borrowing energy from the future. They are slipping through the wall. They fuse together to create light. Every ray of sunshine that has ever warmed your face, every sunrise you have ever seen, is a result of a particle doing the impossible. It is the result of a particle walking through a wall. Think of the walls in your own mind. We all have them. The barriers that say, I cannot sleep. The walls that say, I am too stressed to rest. The stones that say, I am anxious. They look solid. They feel high. They feel like cold stone. You look at them and think, I don't have the energy to climb over this. But you are a quantum being. You are made of these particles. You are made of tunneling light. You do not have to climb over the wall of insomnia. You do not have to fight the wall of anxiety. You do not have to break it down with force. Force belongs to the day. Tonight, you can just slip through. Soften your vibration. Become like the wave. Don't fight the stone. Become the mist that flows between the cracks. Imagine yourself approaching the gate of sleep. It looks locked. It looks heavy. But you don't need a key. You just need to realize that you are not solid. You are a wave of consciousness. Drift towards the gate. Closer. Closer. Feel yourself melt right through the wood and iron. Feel yourself passing through the molecules of the door. And now you are on the other side. The wall is behind you. It was never really there at all. You are free. The forest begins to fade. The blue twilight deepens into a rich velvet purple. The forest is quieting down now. The mist is getting thicker, warmer. The blue twilight is deepening into a rich, velvety purple. We have learned so much in these woods. We have learned that nothing is solid. We have learned that we can be two things at once. We have learned that uncertainty is safe. We have learned that walls are just illusions. You are doing so well. You are drifting so far. But there is one more mystery to explore. A mystery that connects you to everything else in the universe. A mystery that says you are never, ever truly alone. We must find the connection. We must find the invisible thread. Part 3. The Invisible Threads and the Living Void. We have walked through the forest of uncertainty. We have slipped through the stone walls of the mind. And now it is time to leave the ground. Feel yourself lifting off the mossy earth. You are weightless. Gravity is loosening its grip on your ankles. You are drifting up, past the high branches of the ancient pine trees, past the mist, past the low-hanging clouds. You are rising into the velvet quiet of the night sky. The air gets thinner. The sounds of the earth fade away. No more rustling leaves. No more distant cars. Just the sound of your own presence. We are floating in deep space. It is vast here. It is silent. But it is not lonely. We are going to talk about love. Well, physics calls it entanglement. But when you really look at it, it feels a lot like love. Imagine, in the darkness before us, two tiny particles. Let's call them twins. They are born from the same spark of energy, in the same microsecond of time. They are created in a flash of light, born from the same mother star. They start their lives together, dancing in the same space. They spin in perfect harmony. When one spins left, the other spins right. They are a perfect balance. They know each other completely. But the universe is vast, and life is movement. So, these two particles begin to drift apart. Currents of cosmic wind push them. One stays here, close to home. The other travels away. It drifts on the solar wind. It travels past the silent gray craters of the moon. It travels past the red dust of Mars. It travels past the giant spinning rings of Saturn. It travels for 1,000,000 years, crossing the great silent ocean of space. Now pause. See the distance in your mind. One particle is here, floating in the room with you. The other is on the other side of the galaxy. They are separated by billions of miles of emptiness. They are separated by light years of void. In the classical world, the world of separate things, they should be strangers now. They should have forgotten each other. They should be independent. I am here and you are there, says the classical world. We are broken. But the quantum world remembers. The quantum world knows that distance is just an illusion. These two particles are entangled. They share a secret language that space cannot silence. They share a bond that time cannot break. Here is the magic. If we look at the particle here, the one in your room, and we measure it, let's say we find it spinning up. At that exact same instant, faster than the speed of light, faster than a heartbeat, faster than a thought, the other particle, billions of miles away, will spin down. They do not need to send a text message. They do not need to shout across the void. They do not need to send a radio signal that takes years to arrive. They simply know. The change happens instantly. It is as if they are not two things, but one thing stretched across the universe. Albert Einstein found this very strange. He was a man who liked rules. He liked speed limits. He called this phenomenon spooky action at a distance. He wanted the universe to be local, where things only affect what is right next to them. He wanted you to only be able to touch what is within reach of your hand. But Einstein was wrong about this one thing. The universe is not lonely. The universe is intimate. Everything is touching everything else. Think about what this means for you as you lie there in the dark. It means that separation is an illusion. It means that distance is just a map we draw, but the territory is connected. If particles born together stay linked forever, think about where you came from. Look at your hand resting on the sheet. Think of the atoms in that hand. Every atom in your body, the carbon in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen in your breath. Where did they come from? They were cooked in the heart of a star billions of years ago. You are made of stardust. And those stars, they were born from the same cloud of ancient gas, the same nebula. This means you are entangled with the universe. There are invisible threads of connection stretching from your heart to the Orion Nebula. There are golden strings linking your fingertips to the center of the earth. There are ribbons of light connecting you to the people you love, no matter how far away they are sleeping tonight. You feel alone in your room, but you are not alone. You are part of a vast, shimmering web. When you breathe, the universe breathes with you. When you rest, the stars rest with you. Feel that connection now. Visualize it. Imagine those golden threads extending out from your chest. They are anchoring you to the room. They are anchoring you to the house. They are anchoring you to the earth. They are anchoring you to the sky. You are held in place by a billion invisible hands. You cannot fall. You cannot be lost. You are safe in the web. Nightstand. It is happening in the darkest corner of the universe. The silence is actually a hum, a low, rhythmic hum of creation and dissolution. Imagine you are floating on the surface of this ocean, the quantum ocean. The water is dark and warm, like liquid velvet. You are not sinking, you are buoyant. The energy of the vacuum is holding you up. This is called the 0-point energy. Even at the absolute coldest temperature, when everything should be frozen still, the universe still shivers. It still trembles with life. It cannot stay still. It refuses to be nothing. Why is this comforting? Why does this help us sleep? Because it means there is no such thing as true emptiness. When you feel empty, when you feel drained, when you feel like you have nothing left to give, remember the vacuum. Even when it looks empty, it is full of infinite potential. You are like that space. You might feel tired, you might feel quiet, but deep down, beneath the tiredness, beneath the quiet, there is a hum of energy that never turns off. It is the life force that keeps your heart beating while you sleep. It is the pilot light that never goes out. So, trust the emptiness. Rest your head on the pillow of the void. Listen to the silence of your room. It is not a dead silence. It is a pregnant silence. It is a waiting silence. It is the sound of the universe holding its breath, just for you. Breathe in, drawing from the infinite ocean. Breathe out, sinking back into the waves. You are never empty. You are always full. Let us come back down to earth for a moment. We descend from the vacuum. We drift down through the atmosphere. We find ourselves in a winter forest. The snow is thick and white, blanketing the ground. It muffles every sound. The world is wrapped in white cotton. On a pine branch sits a small bird, a robin. It is a tiny thing, a puff of feathers and a beating heart. Its chest is bright red against the white snow. It looks so small in this big, cold world. Every year, this tiny bird flies thousands of miles. It travels from the cold north to the warm south. It flies over frozen lakes. It flies over sleeping cities. It flies over mountains wrapped in clouds. It does not have a GPS. It does not have a map. It does not have a smartphone to tell it where to turn. How does it know the way? How does it find its home in the dark? For a long time, this was a mystery, but now we think the robin is a quantum magician. Inside the robin's eye, there is a special molecule. When the sunlight hits this molecule, it creates a pair of entangled electrons. Remember the twins? The entangled particles connected by the invisible thread? The robin has them in its eyes. And because these electrons are entangled, they are sensitive, so incredibly sensitive, to the magnetic field of the Earth. The bird can effectively see the Earth's magnetic field. It doesn't just feel it, it sees it. It sees a shimmering path in the sky, a road of light that stretches out over the horizon, a ribbon of safety. This road tells it, home is this way, warmth is this way. The bird trusts the quantum signal. It does not worry. It does not doubt. It does not stop to ask for directions. It just flies. You are like the robin. You are on a journey right now, a journey towards sleep, a journey toward rest. Sometimes you feel lost. You toss and turn. You look at the ceiling and wonder, how do I get there? How do I switch off? Where is the road to sleep? But you have a compass too. It is built into your biology. Your body knows the way to sleep. It has done it thousands of times before. It has done it since the day you were born. Deep in your cells, there is a rhythm, the circadian rhythm, the rise and fall of hormones, the cooling of your body temperature. These are your magnetic fields. This is your shimmering road. You don't need to force it. You don't need to study a map. You just need to trust the signal. Listen to your body. The signal says, close your eyes. The signal says, let go. The signal says, drift. Follow the robin. Fly south, away from the cold thoughts, into the warmth of your dreams. The quantum compass is guiding you. You couldn't get lost if you tried. And look at the leaves on the trees in this snowy forest. Even the evergreen needles. They are doing it too. Photosynthesis, turning light into food, turning sun into life. When a photon of sunlight hits a leaf, it needs to find its way to the battery center of the cell. It's a maze inside the leaf, a chaotic, crowded maze of molecules. If the photon acted like a classical ball, it would bounce around, hit walls, get lost, and fade away. The plant would starve. But the photon acts like a wave. It explores all possible paths at the same time. It flows through the maze like water filling a mold. It checks every left turn, every right turn, every dead end, all at once. And it finds the perfect, most efficient shortcut every single time. Nature takes the path of least resistance. Tonight, you can do the same. Don't fight the maze of your thoughts. Don't try to solve every problem in your head by running into walls. Don't try to calculate every outcome. Be the wave. Flow around the obstacles. Find the shortcut to peace. The path of least resistance is right here. It is gravity. It is the weight of your head on the pillow. It is the simplest thing in the world. Just let gravity win. We have one final question to ask before we let you go completely into the dark. We talked about the observer. We said that the cat is both alive and dead until someone looks. We said the electron is a cloud until someone measures it. But who measures the measurer? If you are looking at the electron, who is looking at you? This could be a loop that keeps you awake, or it could be the most comforting thought of all. Some physicists believe that consciousness, your mind, your awareness, is the fundamental ingredient of the universe. They say that the universe needs you to exist. Without you to see the stars, are they really shining? Without you to hear the rain, is it really falling? You are not just a passenger on this spaceship Earth. You are the driver. You are the creator. Your attention brings the world to life. But now, right now, it is time to stop creating. It is time to stop observing. When you fall asleep, you stop collapsing the wave functions of the world. You let the world go back to being a soft, blurry cloud. You don't have to hold the world together anymore. You can put it down. Imagine the world is a heavy suitcase you have been carrying all day. It is full of facts, numbers, conversations, worries, plans. Your hand is cramping from holding it. Put the suitcase down. Click, walk away. Let the world dissolve. Let the house dissolve. Let the bed dissolve. Return to the pure, unobserved state, the state of I am. Not I am tired, or I am busy, or I am worried. Just I am, floating in the vacuum, connected by the threads, guided by the compass. You are ready. You are so ready. Part 4. The Library of Infinite Dreams and the Cosmic Cello. We have drifted a long way tonight. We have seen particles that act like waves. We have seen cats that are both asleep and awake. We have felt the invisible threads that connect our hearts to the stars. But there is a door in the Sleepy Academy we have not opened yet. We approach it now. It is a tall, heavy oak door at the end of the hall. The wood is dark and polished, worn smooth by the hands of 1,000 dreamers. The handle is made of brass. It is cool to the touch. Turn the handle. Feel the heavy mechanism slide back. Click. Let us push it open. Welcome to the Library of Infinity. Step inside. The air here is different. It is still. It is preserved. It smells of vanilla, almond, and old parchment. The smell of time itself breaking down into sugar. Look around you. This room does not end. The bookshelves stretch up into the darkness, higher than the eye can see. They are filled with millions and millions of books. The corridors stretch out to the left and to the right, going on forever. There are ladders on rails that slide silently along the shelves. There are soft green lamps glowing on mahogany tables, casting pools of warm light on the carpet. This library is the home of the many worlds interpretation. It is a sanctuary for the road not taken. In 1957, a physicist named Hugh Everett had a thought so big it almost breaks the mind. But here, in the quiet, it is just another book on the shelf. Remember when we talked about the wave function, that cloud of possibility, and how we thought it collapsed into a single reality when we looked at it? Well, Hugh Everett said, what if it never collapses? What if the universe is much, much larger than we think? He suggested that every time a quantum event has more than one possible outcome, all of them happen. But they happen in different branches of reality. Imagine you are standing at a fork in the road. In this world, the world where you are lying in bed right now, you turn left. But the universe splits like a tree growing a new branch. And in that new world, you turn right. Both versions of you exist. Both are real. Both are happening right now. Now, look at the books on these shelves. Every book represents a universe. Every page represents a moment. Walk with me down this long, carpeted aisle. Your footsteps make no sound. The carpet is thick, maroon velvet. Run your hand along the spines of the books. Feel the texture. Some are leather, rough and cracked with age. Some are smooth cloth. Some have gold lettering. Each one is a story. There is a version of this library where it is raining outside. There's a version where it is snowing. There's a version where the moon is blue. There's a version where you fell asleep 10 minutes ago. Think of that version of you, the you in the next aisle over. They are already deeply asleep. They are warm. They are dreaming. You are so close to them. You are almost them. In the many worlds theory, there is no such thing as a lost opportunity. There is no such thing as a mistake. This is a profound medicine for the anxious heart. If you are lying there tonight worrying about a choice you made, worrying if you did the right thing, worrying about what if, let the library comfort you. You do not have to carry the weight of what if. The universe is carrying it for you. In another branch of this infinite tree, you made the other choice. You walked the other path. That version of you is living that life right now. It is real. It is happening. You don't have to live all the lives. You just have to live this one. You just have to be here, on this page, in this sentence. And what does this sentence say? It says, you are tired. It says, you are safe. It says, it is time to close the book. Imagine taking a heavy book off the shelf right in front of you. It is the book of today. It has been a long chapter. There were plot twists. There were moments of noise. There was character development. But look at the last paragraph. Read it with me. And then they closed their eyes, and the silence washed over them like a tide. Close the book. Feel the weight of the cover. Hear the soft thump as you close it. Slide it back onto the shelf. There. Today is finished. It is filed away in the archives of the multiverse. You don't need to read it again tonight. You don't need to edit it. It is part of the history of this branch of the universe. Now, look at the ladder sliding along the rails. Let's climb up just a few steps. The higher we go, the quieter it gets. The air is warmer up here, near the ceiling. You can see the dust motes dancing in the light of the green lamps. In this vast library, you are anonymous. You are just a quiet visitor. The multiverse does not judge, it simply is. It accepts every possibility. It accepts you exactly as you are. If you are anxious, there is a universe for that. If you are calm, there is a universe for that. You are allowed to be whatever you are right now. Now here is the strangest and most beautiful part of string theory. To make the math work, these strings need room to move. They need space. More space than we can see. We live in 3 dimensions, up and down, left and right, forward and backward. And we have time, that's 4. But string theory says the strings need 10 dimensions, or maybe 11. Where are the others? Where are the extra 6 dimensions? Why can't we see them? Physicists say they are curled up, folded into tiny, tiny shapes at every point in space, like origami. Imagine that at every single point in the air around you, right next to your ear, right next to your hand, there are 6 extra dimensions curled up into a tiny ball, hidden pockets of space, secret rooms. Think of these extra dimensions as pockets of sleep. They are places where the noise of the world cannot reach. They are too small for worries to fit inside. They are too small for to-do lists. They are too small for fear. They are just big enough for peace. Imagine you can tuck your thoughts into these hidden dimensions. Take a worry. It's too big and bulky for this world. Fold it up. Make it smaller again, and slip it into the hidden pocket of the universe. It disappears. It is gone into the Calabi-Yau manifold. That's a fancy name for a hidden shape, but let's just call it the sleep pocket. The universe has infinite storage space for your troubles. You don't have to carry them in your 3D pockets. Give them to the 11th dimension. Let them vibrate away into nothingness. You are here. You are tuned. You are resonant. You are floating in a universe of song, protected by hidden dimensions. We are floating in the music of the strings, but let us look at the fabric they weave. We are moving toward the final concepts now. Gravity, black holes, entropy, the heavy things, the slow things, the things that will pull us down into the deepest sleep of all. Part 5, the heavy fabric and the arrow of time. We are floating in the music of the strings. Can you hear the hum fading? The high notes are drifting away. We are moving toward the heavy things now. We are moving toward the slow things. We are moving toward the comfortable weight of the universe. Let us look at the fabric that the strings are weaving. Albert Einstein gave us a beautiful image for gravity. Before him, we thought gravity was a tether. We thought it was a rope that reached out and pulled things. But Einstein looked at the dark sky and said, "No, space is not empty nothingness. Space is a fabric." He called it space-time. Imagine this fabric with me. Visualize a fresh bed sheet. But this isn't a normal sheet. It is vast. It stretches out for millions of miles. It is the color of deep indigo. It is woven from the threads of time itself. Imagine holding the corners of this sheet and pulling it tight. Snap, it is flat. It is crisp. It is taut. This is space without matter. Now imagine placing a heavy object in the center of that sheet, a bowling ball, or a heavy stone, or a star. What happens? Watch it in your mind. The ball sinks. The fabric gives way. It curves. It dips down. It wraps around the heavy object. It creates a cradle. It creates a nest. This is gravity. Gravity is not a force that grabs you. Gravity is the curvature of the universe hugging you. The earth curves the space around it, and the moon rolls along that curve, like a marble rolling in a bowl, round and round, gentle, inevitable. Now, bring this image closer to home. Think about your bed. Think about your mattress. You are a massive object in the universe. You have substance. You are made of atoms and water and bone. You have weight. When you lie down, you curve the fabric of your bed. Feel it happen. Feel your hips sinking down. Feel your shoulders creating a depression in the mattress. You are creating a little hollow, a gravity well, a cradle just for you. Einstein says that matter tells space how to curve, and space tells matter how to move. Tonight, your body is telling the bed how to curve, and the bed is telling your body, stay. Stay here in this hollow. Stay here in this dip. You fit perfectly here. It is the most natural thing in the universe to sink. It is the law of the cosmos to surrender to the curve. You do not have to hold yourself up. Imagine the space-time around you is a heavy velvet blanket. It is wrapping around you. It is bending to accommodate you. The universe is literally reshaping itself to fit the contours of your body. You are not an intruder in this space. You are the center of it. Your gravity anchors you here. Feel that heaviness. Sometimes we fight gravity. We stand up. We walk. We lift things. We hold our heads up high. All day long we fight the curve. We push against the earth. It is exhausting to fight a planet. But now we surrender. Now we call a truce. Let gravity win. It is a relentless, patient force. It has been waiting for you all day. It wants to pull you down to the center of the earth. Let it pull. Feel it pulling on your eyelids. They are getting so heavy. Feel it pulling on your jaw. Unhinge it. Let it drop. Feel it pulling on your shoulders, dragging them away from your ears, down into the mattress. It is a hug from the planet. Come closer, says the earth. Rest against me. I have you. And as you sink deeper into this gravity well, remember that time is part of this fabric too. It is not just space. It is space-time. They are woven together, thread by thread. Einstein discovered something that sounds like magic. He discovered that gravity slows down time. The closer you are to a heavy object, the slower time moves. Clocks on the ground tick slower than clocks in satellites. Time at the bottom of a mountain moves slower than time at the top. So, as you sink deeper into your mattress, as you get closer to the ground, as you surrender to the gravity, imagine that time is slowing down for you. The ticking of the world is getting slower. Tock, tick, tock. The busy, rushing time of the city is far away. The frantic time of the internet is gone. Here, in your gravity cradle, time is thick like honey. It flows slowly. It drips. It moves so slowly, it barely moves at all. You have all the time in the world. There is no rush. The universe has hit the pause button. Just float in the curved, slow, heavy fabric of space-time. Sink into the dip. Be the heavy object. Be the stone in the stream. Thump, thump, thump. If we follow the curve of space-time to its extreme, if we follow the dip in the sheet all the way down, we find the quietest place in the cosmos, the event horizon, the edge of a black hole. Now, in movies, these are monsters. They are hungry and violent. But in the Sleepy Academy, a black hole is the ultimate pillow. It is the ultimate sanctuary. It is a place where gravity is so strong not even light can escape. And if light cannot escape, neither can worry, neither can noise, neither can the to-do list for tomorrow. Imagine you are drifting toward this horizon. See it in front of you. A perfect circle of absolute blackness. It is peaceful. It is the absence of visual noise. It is a boundary, a line in the sand of the universe. Once you cross it, you are disconnected from the chaos of the outside world. Information cannot get out, and more importantly, the noise of the universe cannot get in. Imagine your sleep is a singularity, a single point of infinite density and infinite peace. You are drifting toward it. You are caught in its gentle pull. Stephen Hawking taught us that black holes are not completely black. They glow faintly. It is called Hawking radiation, a soft thermal glow, a gentle heat. Imagine that warmth radiating from the center of your sleep. It touches your face. It warms your chest. As you approach the horizon, a strange thing happens to time. To an observer far away, watching you fall in, you seem to slow down. You get slower and slower and slower until you stop completely. You are frozen in a moment of eternal rest. You become a permanent part of the horizon. To the outside world, you are suspended in peace forever. Let yourself be pulled in. Drift past the point of no return. Do not be afraid. You are not falling into danger. You are falling into silence. The kind of silence that has weight. The kind of silence that absorbs everything. Think of a soundproof room. A room where the walls are 10 feet thick. That is the event horizon. Take your thoughts, the ones that are spinning around your head. Visualize them as little asteroids, little rocks of stress. Throw them into the black hole. Watch them spiral in, round and round, closer and closer. And then, bloop, gone, swallowed by the dark. They cannot come back. They cannot bother you. They are gone from this universe. Throw your stress in. Spiral, spiral, gone. Throw your plans in. Spiral, spiral, gone. Throw your name in. You don't need a name right now. Gone. Now it is just you, the observer, floating on the edge of the infinite. Safe, hidden, timeless. There is a term in physics called spaghettification. It means being stretched out. Usually it sounds painful. But tonight, imagine it as a massage. Imagine the gravity stretching out your tension, elongating your muscles, pulling the tightness out of your spine, stretching you until you are a long, thin, relaxed wave of light. Loose, limp, long, flowing into the dark. Like air moving through a massive tunnel. We have been floating near the black hole, where time stops. But let us drift back now. Let us drift back into the gentle current of the universe. There is a law that governs everything. It is the supreme law, the law that cannot be broken. It is called the second law of thermodynamics. It is about entropy. Usually, scientists talk about entropy as disorder. They talk about chaos. They talk about things breaking down. An egg breaking can never unbreak. Smoke from a candle never goes back into the wick. Time only moves in one direction, the arrow of time. During the day, this can feel stressful. During the day, you are fighting entropy. You are building things. You are organizing emails. You are cleaning the kitchen. You are folding clothes. You are trying to keep your life structured. You are trying to keep the chaos at bay. It takes so much energy to fight the natural flow of the universe. It is exhausting to hold things together. It is exhausting to be the glue. But tonight, the Sleepy Academy invites you to stop fighting. Tonight, we reframe entropy. Entropy is not just disorder. Entropy is relaxation. Entropy is the universe wanting to return to its simplest, most comfortable state. Entropy is the universe exhaling. Think of a hot cup of tea. Visualize the steam rising. It is full of energy. The heat is concentrated. It is structured. But if you leave it alone, what happens? It cools down. The heat spreads out into the room. It shares its energy with the air until everything is the same comfortable temperature. It lets go of its intensity. It seeks balance. It seeks equilibrium. Sleep is your cooling down. Sleep is your equilibrium. All day, you were a hot cup of tea. You were focused, intense, concentrated energy. You were holding it all in. Now, you are letting that energy spread out. You are warming the room with your relaxation. Imagine the structure of your day dissolving. The meetings, the schedules, the conversations, the expectations. They were like sandcastles you built on the shore of time. They were beautiful, perhaps. They were necessary. You worked hard on them. You built towers and moats. But now the sun is setting, the sky is turning purple, and the tide is coming in. The tide of sleep. The tide of entropy. Do not stand in front of the sandcastle trying to protect it from the water. Do not try to save the day. The day is over. Step back. Sit on the dunes. Watch the waves gently wash over the towers. Splash, splash. Watch the walls dissolve back into wet sand. Watch the sharp edges melt away. The castle is disappearing. The beach is becoming smooth again. Blank, clean, flat. It feels so good to stop building. It feels so good to let things crumble. It feels so good to see the slate wiped clean. Tomorrow, the tide will go out, and you can build again if you wish. But for now, let the ocean have it. This is the natural way of things. The universe prefers low energy states. A ball wants to roll to the bottom of the hill. A spring wants to uncoil. Your body wants to be horizontal. That is its low energy state. Your mind wants to be quiet. That is its low energy state. Why fight the entire history of the cosmos? Why swim upstream against the river of time? Why try to be high energy in a low energy universe? Just float on your back. Let the current take you. The river of entropy flows only in one direction, towards rest, towards quiet, towards the deep, cool ocean of sleep. You don't have to swim. The current is strong enough to carry you. Feel your muscles giving into entropy. The molecules in your arms are relaxing. They are letting go of their structure. They are spreading out. The thoughts in your brain are separating. They are no longer forming sentences. They are just drifting letters, drifting images, drifting colors. Meaning is dissolving into feeling. Logic is dissolving into dreams. Flow with it. Dissolve. Unwind. Let go. We have surrendered to gravity. We have watched our sandcastles dissolve in the tide of entropy. But we are not finished. We are almost at the end of our journey. But before we go to the final countdown, we must acknowledge the invisible. We are preparing for the final descent. Before we go, look around the universe one last time. Open the eye of your mind. See the stars? Those bright pinpricks of nuclear fire? See the galaxies? Those swirling pinwheels of light? See the nebulae? Those clouds of glowing gas, pink and blue and gold? Now, look closer to home. See your own hands resting on the bed. See the walls of your room. See the glass of water on the nightstand. Everything you can see, everything you can touch, everything you can taste or smell, everything made of atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons. It is only 5% of the universe. 5%. That is all. The entire visible world, from the smallest speck of dust on your floor to the largest supergiant star, is just the frosting on the cake. It is just the foam on the top of the ocean. So, what is the rest? What is the other 95%? It is the dark sector. It is the mystery. It consists of dark matter and dark energy. We call it dark not because it is sinister. We call it dark because we cannot see it. It is shy. Light goes right through it. It doesn't shine, it doesn't reflect, it doesn't cast a shadow. It is the ultimate ghost. But just because you cannot see it doesn't mean it isn't there. In fact, it is the most important thing in the room. It is holding everything together. Imagine dark matter. Years ago, astronomers watched the galaxies spinning. They spun fast, very fast, like a merry-go-round spinning out of control. By all the laws of physics, the stars on the edge should have been thrown out into space. They should have flown off like water flinging off a spinning bicycle wheel. But they didn't. They stayed. They held their formation. Why? Because something was holding them in. Something invisible, something heavy, something vast was gripping the galaxy, keeping the stars safe in their orbits. That is dark matter. It is the cosmic glue. It is the gravity that binds the family of stars together. Imagine it right now in your room. It is not just out there in space. It is here. It is passing through the walls of your house without breaking a brick. It is passing through the roof. It is passing through your body. It is a heavy, silent presence. Think of it like a weighted blanket that covers the entire universe. You cannot see the blanket, but you can feel its weight. It is pressing down gently on everything. It is pressing down on you. It is a comforting pressure. It says, I am here. I am holding you. It is holding the galaxies together. It is holding the solar system together. It is holding you together. Sometimes, at the end of the day, we feel like we are falling apart. We feel scattered, fragmented. I am losing my grip, we say. I am coming undone. But you don't have to hold yourself together tonight. You can let go of the grip, because the dark matter is doing it for you. The invisible gravity of the universe has you in its arms. Whatever pieces of you feel like they are flying apart, your worries, your fears, your plans, they are being held. They are not going anywhere. You are contained. You are embraced by the 85% of matter that never speaks, but always holds. And then, there is the other half of the mystery, dark energy. While dark matter pulls things together, dark energy pushes them apart. It is the force that is making the universe expand. It is stretching out space itself, faster and faster every day. Imagine this expansion as a breath, a deep, slow, cosmic exhale. The universe is breathing out. Exhale, expanding, creating more space, creating more room. Breathe out with it now. Feel your own personal space expanding. The walls of your room feel further away. The ceiling feels higher, like a cathedral. The worries of the day are being pushed further and further toward the horizon. Dark energy is creating distance between you and your stress. It is inflating the space between your thoughts. Yesterday is 1,000,000 miles away. Tomorrow is 1,000,000 miles away. You are floating in the vast, expanding now. You are caught in this perfect balance between the heavy, grounding pull of dark matter and the gentle, stretching release of dark energy. Held and released, grounded and expanded, heavy and light. You are 5% stardust, wrapped in a 95% invisible hug. You are supported by forces so vast they don't even have names we truly understand. You are safe in the mystery. We have felt the heavy hug of dark matter. We have felt the gentle pull of the river of time. But there is something else here with us. Something so light it barely exists at all. Meet the neutrino. The Italians named it the little neutral one, but physicists call it the ghost particle. Right now, as you lie in the dark, there is a silent blizzard happening. It is not cold. It is not wet. It is pure energy. Trillions of neutrinos are streaming down from the sun. They were born in the nuclear fire of the solar core just 8 minutes ago. They traveled 93 million miles to get here. They are flying at nearly the speed of light. And right now, they are passing through the roof of your house. They are passing through the shingles, the wood, the insulation. They are passing through the ceiling. They are passing through your blankets. And they are passing right through you. Trillions of them, every second, through your skin, through your bones, through your brain. And then they continue down. They pass through the mattress, through the floorboards, through the foundation. They travel down into the earth. They fly through the magma. They fly through the iron core of the planet. And they come out the other side, shooting up into the night sky of the other hemisphere. In the classical world, if something hits you, you feel it. A raindrop, a breeze, a feather, a photon of light. They interact, they touch. But the neutrino is different. It is the most antisocial particle in the universe. It refuses to interact. It carries no electric charge. It barely feels gravity. It is not interested in matter. To a neutrino, your body is mostly empty space. To a neutrino, the Earth is just a cloud of mist. It flies through the entire planet as easily as light flies through a clean window. Why is this relaxing? Why are we talking about ghost particles at bedtime? Because the neutrino teaches us the art of non-attachment. Think about the worries that have been stuck to you today, the comments people made, the traffic, the bad news on the screen, the stress, the awkward moments. They feel sticky. They feel like burrs caught in your wool sweater. They feel like mud on your shoes. You try to brush them off, but they snag. They hold on. You replay the conversations. You relive the moments. You are interacting with them. You are stopping them. Now imagine you are a neutrino. Imagine your spirit becoming transparent. Imagine your mind becoming so fine, so subtle, so permeable that nothing can touch it. The stress comes toward you, speeding like a bullet. But you are a ghost. It passes right through. It finds no purchase. It hits no wall. It flies straight through your chest and out through your back, dissolving into the night. The noise comes toward you, but you are mist. It flies straight through and out the other side. The expectations of the world, they cannot stick to you. You are too light. You are too free. You are not a solid target anymore. Visualize this stream of ghost particles washing over you. It is a shower of pure energy that cleanses but does not touch. It washes the sticky thoughts away. It reminds you that you don't have to hold on to things. You don't have to be a catcher's mitt for every problem. You don't have to be a wall that stops everything. You can be a window. Let the day pass through you. Let the hour pass through you. Let the thought pass through you. Do not grab it. Do not examine it. Do not slow it down. Just let it fly. Zoom. Gone. Zoom. Gone. Zoom. Gone. You are safe in your transparency. You are untouchable in your rest. You are simply a space where peace happens. We leave the ghosts behind. We find ourselves in something thicker, something heavier. We are entering the Higgs field. For a long time, physicists were puzzled. Why do things have mass? Why are you heavy? Why does the electron have weight? Why aren't we all just zipping around at the speed of light, unable to stop, unable to form atoms, unable to be solid? Why do we sit still? The answer is the Higgs field. Imagine the entire universe is filled with a thick, invisible cosmic molasses, or better yet, a field of deep, soft, fresh snow. The snow is everywhere. It permeates every corner of space. When particles move through this field, they interact with it. They get bogged down. They have to push against the snow. They have to wade through the molasses. This drag, this resistance, this thickness is what we call mass. This is what gives you substance. This is what makes you, you. This is what makes you real. If there were no Higgs field, you would dissolve. You would fly apart at light speed. You would be a flash of radiation. But the Higgs field holds you. It slows you down. It says, stay here, be solid, be real, take up space. Tonight, feel the weight of your own body. This weight is not a burden. It is a miracle. Feel your heels digging into the mattress. Feel the weight of your hips sinking down. Feel the heavy warmth of your shoulders. That heaviness is a gift. It is the universe anchoring you to this spot. It is the Higgs field wrapping around your atoms, giving them the dignity of weight. Rest, it says. You are too heavy to move. And that is true. Right now, you are too heavy to get up. You are too heavy to worry. You are too heavy to plan. You are a stone settling into the bottom of a riverbed. The water flows over you, but you do not move. You are grounded. You are held by the fundamental friction of the cosmos. Imagine the Higgs field as a thick white blanket of snow covering the world. It muffles the sound. It slows the motion. Everything is moving in slow motion now. Every movement takes effort. So why move? Why struggle against the snow? Just lie there. Make a snow angel in the fabric of the universe. Let the field do its work. Let it give you mass. Let it give you gravity. Let it give you sleep. Deep, heavy, substantial sleep. You are not a ghost anymore. You are a mountain. Solid. Still. Eternal. Slow. Step. Crunch. Step. Now, let us look into the mirror. In the equations of quantum mechanics, there is a beautiful symmetry. Paul Dirac, a wizard of mathematics, saw it first. He saw that the math worked both ways. For every particle of matter, there is a twin, an opposite, a particle of antimatter. For the electron, with its negative charge, there is the positron with a positive charge. They are identical in every way, except they are opposites, like your left hand and your right hand, like your reflection in a still pond. Physicists think that in the beginning, the Big Bang created equal amounts of matter and antimatter. But today, our world is made of matter. Where did the antimatter go? Where are the mirror twins? Some say they drifted away to the far corners of the universe. Some say they are hidden in the math. But tonight, let us imagine a mirror world. A world of anti-you. Don't worry, this isn't a scary twin. This isn't an evil twin. This is your sleep twin. Twin. In the waking world, you are active. You are moving forward. You are using energy. You are building. In the mirror world, your twin is passive. They are moving backward into rest. They are restoring energy. They are unbuilding. When matter meets antimatter, do you know what happens? They annihilate. They touch and they disappear. But they don't just vanish. They turn into pure light, pure 100% efficient energy. Think of sleep as that moment of contact. The waking you meets the sleeping you. You reach out across the pillow. You touch hands, and poof, the solid, hard edges of your ego disappear. The I dissolves into pure light. You are entering the annihilation chamber of the night, but it is not destruction. It is transformation. You are turning your stress back into raw fuel. You are turning your exhaustion back into potential. You are burning off the debris of the day in a flash of silent light. Imagine passing through the looking glass. The surface of the lake is the barrier. Dive in. The water is cool. It ripples over your face. And on the other side, everything is quiet. The waking you is gone. Only the dreaming you remains. The world on the other side is soft. The colors are reversed. Darkness is bright and light is dim. Sound is silence. Motion is stillness. You are floating in the anti-universe of dreams. Here, logic doesn't apply. Here, gravity falls up. Here, time flows backward. Here, you can fly. Drift in the reflection. Drift in the symmetry. Balance is restored. Drip, echo. Drip, echo. We have one last stop before we bridge the gap to the final shutdown. We are going to visit a garden, the garden of the qubit. This is the garden of quantum computing. In the old world, the classical world, computers were like strict librarians. They thought in straight lines. Yes or no, 1 or 0, left or right, heads or tails. To solve a maze, a classical computer had to be a mouse. It had to walk down one path, hit a wall, turn back, and try another. Then turn back again. Then try another. One by one. It was slow. It was linear. It was exhausting. That is how your brain works when you are stressed. That is how you try to fall asleep when you are anxious. You try to think your way out of the maze. What if I do this? No, that won't work. What if I say this? No, that's bad too. Did I forget the oven? Did I lock the door? One worry at a time. Crunching the data. Overheating the engine. But the quantum computer, the qubit, is different. It is a gardener. It does not choose one path. It chooses all paths. Thanks to superposition, the qubit flows down every corridor of the maze simultaneously. It is not a mouse running. It is a wave of water flooding the garden. It finds the exit not by thinking, but by flowing. It finds the answer instantly, effortlessly, by simply existing in all possibilities at once. Tonight, I want you to upgrade your mind. Stop being a classical computer. Stop trying to calculate tomorrow. Stop trying to solve the puzzle of your life with a calculator. Become a quantum computer. Visualize the maze of your life, the decisions you have to make, the problems you have to solve. They look complicated. The hedges are high. Now, stop walking. Stop running. Turn into water. Turn into a mist. Expand. Drift down the left path and the right path. Be the yes and the no. You don't have to decide tonight. You don't have to process the data tonight. Let the quantum mind handle it. While you sleep, your brain enters a state very much like a quantum computer. It creates new connections. It explores strange associations. It washes over the memories of the day. It finds solutions that the waking mind could never see. Trust the background process. The screen is off. The keyboard is untouched. But deep inside the machine, the qubits are dancing. They are weaving the answers for you. You will wake up with the solution, or you will wake up realizing the problem didn't matter. Either way, the work is being done. You don't have to do it. Let the garden of forking paths fade into the mist. The hedges are dissolving. The paths are disappearing. There is no maze anymore. Just an open field. Just open space. Just you. Now, we prepare for the final shutdown. The physics lesson is finished. The dreaming is about to begin. We are going to power down the machine of the body. We are going to lower the energy state of every cell, bringing you down to your absolute ground state. Lie very still. Imagine that gravity is increasing, not in a crushing way, but in a comforting way. The planet is pulling you closer, holding you tighter. Let us start with your feet. Think about the atoms in your feet. They have been carrying you all day. They have been bouncing against the ground, vibrating with the energy of walking and standing. Now, tell them to stop. Imagine the electrons in your feet slowing down. They are no longer spinning fast. They are settling into their lowest orbits. Your feet feel heavy. They feel dense, like they are made of lead, or gold, or neutron star matter. So heavy, they are sinking into the mattress. Sinking, sinking. They are off. Move up to your legs, your calves, your knees, your thighs. There is a concept in physics called entropy. Tonight, let's think of it as unwinding. Let the muscles unwind. Let the tension dissolve. Imagine your legs are becoming liquid. They are no longer solid structures. They are warm, heavy rivers of energy flowing downwards. They are melting into the bed. You could not lift them if you tried, and you don't want to try. Heavy, still, quiet. Now, your hands. Your hands are the tools of interaction. They text, they type, they hold, they grasp. Open them. Let the fingers curl naturally. Imagine you are dropping everything you are holding. Drop the phone, drop the work, drop the expectations. Let the energy leak out of your fingertips. Imagine gray smoke leaving your hands, carrying away the static electricity of the day. Your hands are empty. Empty space is peaceful space. Move to your chest and your stomach. Here lies the rhythm, the heartbeat, the breath. Do not force it. Just watch it. In and out, like a wave hitting the shore. In the quantum world, waves interfere. When a peak meets a trough, they cancel out. They create silence. Imagine a wave of relaxation meeting the wave of your stress. They collide and cancel out. Silence in the chest, stillness in the belly. You are a calm ocean. Finally, your head, your mind, the observer. The brain is full of electrical signals, sparks firing, neurons connecting. It is time to dim the lights. Imagine a dimmer switch in the center of your forehead. Slowly turn it down. The lights behind your eyes go from bright white to soft amber to deep blue to velvet black. Unclench your jaw. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Smooth out the skin between your eyebrows. Your head is heavy. It is sinking into the pillow like a stone sinking into soft mud. Deeper, deeper. You are now in your ground state. You are stable. You are at rest. The great countdown to zero. We have reached the edge of the known universe. Ahead of us lies the event horizon of sleep. Once we cross it, there is no coming back until morning. We are going to count down from 100 all the way down to 0. With every number, you will drift further away. With every number, you will care less about the waking world. With every number, you will become more like the vacuum, quiet, vast, and peaceful. Follow my voice. Let it be the tether that lowers you down into the dark. 100. We begin the descent. The air is thinning. The noise of the world is left far behind you now. You are stepping onto the first step of a very long, very soft staircase. 99. Drifting down. Like a feather falling in a vacuum chamber, there is no air resistance here. No drag, just the gentle, constant pull of gravity taking you deeper. 98. Softness wraps around you. The blankets feel heavier, like they are made of lead and velvet. The pillow feels softer, rising up to meet you like a cloud. 97. Letting go of the day. The memories of the last 12 hours are fading into the mist. They are becoming sepia-toned, distant, and unimportant. 96. They are just data now, old data. You don't need to process it tonight. Archive it. Send it away to the deep storage of the mind. 95. Sinking deeper. The darkness is warm. It is not empty. It is full of potential. It is holding you like a womb. 94. Your breathing is so slow, so steady, in and out. It has become a metronome for the universe, setting the pace for the spinning stars. 93. Every muscle is loose. Every nerve is quiet. The signal from your body to your brain is fading. The connection is growing fuzzy. You are a particle floating in deep space. No walls, no ceiling. Just vast open peace stretching out in every direction. Drifting past the worries. They are just asteroids floating by in the distance. They are cold and silent. They cannot touch you. We are entering the nebula of sleep. Colors are swirling behind your eyes. Purple, indigo, black, soft, shifting shapes. Deeper still, the numbers are getting slower. The voice is getting softer. The space between the numbers is getting longer. Heavy eyelids, they are sealed shut, glued by the stardust of the Sandman. You couldn't open them even if you wanted to. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to fix. The universe is holding you. The universe is managing itself. Trust the physics of sleep. Energy must be conserved. You must recharge. It is the law of nature. Down, 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 into the velvet underground, into the quiet earth. Silence is a blanket. Pull it up over your ears. Muffle the world. Let the silence press against your eardrums. You are safe here. You are hidden here. No one can find you in the quantum realm. You are off the map. The past is a wave that has already crashed. It is gone. It is just foam on the beach. The future is a wave that hasn't formed yet. It is not real. It is just water. Only this moment exists. This tiny, quiet point in time. Right here, right now. And even this moment is slipping away, dissolving, melting like a snowflake on a warm hand. Your body is asleep. Your mind is just watching the show. You are a passenger. Watching the numbers fade, they are becoming transparent, ghost numbers. Feeling the tug of the dream world, it is pulling you in, a gentle current at your ankles. 3/4 of the way down, you are deep underwater now. The surface is far above, a shimmering ceiling of light. The pressure is comforting. It holds you together. It hugs you from all sides. Bubbles of thought rising up and popping. Let them go. Watch them float away to the surface. Drifting, floating, gliding. No effort, no friction. You are lighter than air. You are heavier than lead. You are both. You are the paradox. Entering the quiet zone. Even the static is gone here. The radio is tuned to a dead channel. Just smooth, dark silence. The kind of silence that has a texture. Velvet silence. Your heartbeat is a slow drum in the distance. Thump, thump. A comforting rhythm. Your thoughts are just clouds passing the moon. They drift by, changing shape, meaning nothing. Let them pass. Do not chase them. Let the wind take them. Sinking, sinking through the layers of consciousness. Lower, getting closer to the core. The bed is absorbing you. You are part of the furniture. You are indistinguishable from the mattress. You are part of the house. You are the foundation. You are part of the earth. You are the soil. You are the rock. 1 minute of perfect peace. Imagine a clock stopping. The hands freeze. Time stands still. There is no time here. No deadlines, no alarms. The clock has melted. Just the eternal now. The forever moment. Resting in the gap between seconds. The space between the ticks. Deep, restorative darkness. It heals the eyes. It heals the mind. Halfway to the bottom. Halfway to zero. You are deeper than you have ever been. You are doing so well. You are so good at this. You are an expert at letting go. Sleeping is your natural state. It is where you belong. It is your home. Returning to the source, the battery is plugging in. The battery is charging. The cells are repairing. The magic is happening. The tipping point. You are closer to sleep than to waking now. Gravity is winning. Gravity is doubling. You are sinking twice as fast, plunging into the soft dark, falling gently, like a leaf in autumn, spiraling down to the forest floor, spinning slowly, round and round, a slow, hypnotic dance, down towards the soft grass, the smell of damp earth and moss. Resting, taking a break from existence. The physical world is fading out. The dream world is fading in. The edges are blurring. Strange shapes, soft colors. The logic of dreams is taking over. Things don't need to make sense anymore. Let it happen. Don't try to make sense of it. Just watch the movie. Just ride the wave. Surf the theta waves into the delta waves. We are getting close to the core, the center of the earth, the core of peace, the center of the atom, the space where nothing moves. So small, so quiet. You are shrinking down. You are microscopic. You are invisible. You are a single point of light. Nothing can bother you. You are too small to be hit by worry. Drifting through the haze, a warm, golden fog surrounds you. Warm, safe, loved. The universe is cradling you. The universe loves you because you are part of it. You are its child. You are essential, but right now, you are essentially asleep. letting go of the last bit of control. Unclench the last finger. 30. The final stretch. The destination is in sight. Your breathing is barely there, just a whisper, a ghost of a breath. Your mind is a blank slate, a clean whiteboard, no writing, no lists. Erase the drawings, wipe it clean, shiny and white. White space, endless white space. Quarter of the way, the light is fading to a comfortable gray, sinking through the floor, going down to the basement of the soul, sinking through the earth, passing through the rock, down to the magma, warm and slow, liquid fire that does not burn, molten relaxation, fluid, hot, heavy. 20. The final gate is opening, the gate to the dream time. Walk through it, step over the threshold. Leave your name behind, you don't need it. You are nameless here. Leave your memories behind, they will be there in the morning. Just be. Just exist. Pure awareness. So tired. So incredibly tired. The weight is irresistible. Your eyelids are sealed with lead. They are locked tight. You couldn't open them if you wanted to. And you don't want to. And you don't want to. It feels too good to stay closed. It feels too good to let go. Sweet surrender. 10. We are here. The countdown is ending. Single digits. The rocket engines are off. You are drifting in the void. Drifting. Floating. Gone. Silence. Absolute silence. Nothingness. The beautiful void. Peace. Deep, ancient peace. Sleep. It is washing over you. Deep sleep. The deepest you have ever known. Deeper and deeper. The edge. Step off. 0. The singularity. The void. The quantum rest. You are gone. You are safe. Good night, sleepy scientist. Good night, traveler. Good night, stardust. Sleep.